Yeah.
The zombies are coming. The zombies are coming. The zombies are coming.
My character? Yeah, he's gonna be super fucking cool. I've got 20 charisma naturally, so he's gonna be the definition of fucking cool. I actually didn't get as much time to think about it as I was going to, but we're gonna just roll with it.
The zombies are coming.
Yeah, I just made my name 5 seconds ago. I had the character concept, what I'm gonna try to pull off, and I was like, well, I'll go off the character I was thinking of when I was thinking of it. I'll just change the name ever so slightly. Oh boy. For some reason, I have a pair of vice grips on my desk. I don't know why. We'll put that over there. And this office, yeah, there's a variety of projects I'm sure I haven't finished yet. Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in as we're talking about messes in the studio.
Uh-huh.
Hope you're all doing well on this fine Sunday. We haven't been around for about a week. I also haven't been streaming, been getting over illnesses and life. So, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Um, let's see how to let's do this first, okay? First off, today we are going to be doing a one shot. It is because we will not be doing D&D for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, it is the end of summer. It is officially fall as of right now. So, yay.
Thank
But
God.
people want to finish out the last nice days. So, the next 2 weeks we will not be doing D&D. I personally, I will be tomorrow or Tuesday. I will be streaming Dying Light the Beast for my 8 hour long Tuesday stream. We're gonna dive into it, check it out. It's fucking awesome, and I can't wait. And then we'll be getting back into Borderlands. Um, Az is probably not ready because it's the end of summer and he's still not. Yeah. Plus, I know he has some car issues coming up that he's not looking forward to. So, fucking cars, I hate them.
Yep.
Tits and tires.
And
Nothing but
we haven't
trouble.
gotten any updates on Hawthorne yet, which means Shebe has no updates on her life either. So, but that being said, let's go through quick announcements before we take care of something kind of really
You're
important.
cutting out.
Take care of something kind of really important. I'm going to really quick though. I'm going to check to make sure Discord didn't try to go back on its settings because it's Discord.
Do you want the vase?
No, I'm just going to make sure that it doesn't have that automatically sense. Check, check, check. Like there we go. It should not have any problems. It's supposed to detect it if it's negative 966 decibels. So. But anyways, all streams for 2025 are Extra Life streams. You can click the link that pops up in chat and in the About Me section. You can donate to Extra Life. Great charity that helps out children's hospitals all over the United States. Extra Life Game Day is less than 50 days away, so we will be planning something big that day. Like I said, I have done 24-hour streams, I've done 12-hour streams, I've done as long as I can do streams. We're pretty much going to stick with the as long as I can do it stream. But as always, if we reach the goals, which is $500, I will shave my beard live on stream. If we hit elite, which is 1,337, shave the head too. All live on stream. That's right. Shave it will bring out the tradition and we'll buzz it all down, and there will be no fur. So, for the kids. Hey, it's a good cause, and I'm all for it. Other than that, like I said, yeah, stream wise, I will be back with Dying Light the Beast this week, and then getting back into Borderlands. We're going to be starting Borderlands the pre-sequel, and that's it. So let me get to. I asked my players to make sure they have a drink ready, and they don't know why, because today's game is all about you're just at the whim of the DM. So, but this is a very important one, and I'm gonna be reading this kind of verbatim as best as I can read. I can't read. We all know that. So, all right. So this was a message that was in one of my Dungeons and Dragon groups this week, and it goes, "One of my players passed away this weekend. Hannah lost her fight with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She has been in Greyhawk campaign. We started a pup on Discord when lockdown started, playing the half-elf cleric of Paylor, which we know all
There you
about
go.
Paylor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna fuck up the character's name because it's like a bunch of crazy letters, but I think it's Gala Tesney. So I apologize for that. And we all miss her terribly. She achieved 14th level and was a bishop of the religion. I'd like you to ask you all to do something in memory of her. So all of us here toast to Hannah.
Johanna.
Jane.
As crazy as this world is, guys, that's why I love D&D. There are assholes in any hop, but when something like this happens, I mean, the amount of responses to this person of people doing what we just did, it's crazy. And it's a good thing. And this is a Grace Cat. She may or may not be a good thing. We're still debating it.
We think she's the culprit of peeing on my couch.
Oh,
Yes, we believe she may be the one because the only other cat would be Bright Eyes, and he doesn't come up to the couch enough for me to think it's him because he's kind of like I don't like humans. So,
I
but
feel
anyway,
that completely.
yeah,
Sometimes I see humans and I'm like, I want to pee on their couch. Fuck that guy.
fuck your couch. So, all right. So, for all of you, we are doing a one shot today because, like I said, we will not be back for 2 weeks, and I didn't want my players jumping into basically kind of the end of what this campaign they're currently on. Uh, they're heading into the beginning of the end, and I don't want them to like, oh, what did we do 2 weeks ago? We totally forgot. So it happens. So
Mm-hmm.
I talked to them, and we decided to we're gonna do a little one shot. So I made them roll some characters. They didn't get to pick a class or anything. They just got to roll their stats, come up with a name, because I had a dream, and that should scare everybody.
Yeah, because we all know Zombie doesn't dream. He just has visions and nightmares. So,
Pretty much.
which is
Pretty
it going to
much.
be? I guess we'll find out.
Little column A, little column B. Let's just go.
Mm-hmm.
So, for this campaign, I'm going to give you all a little bit of a background here, okay? So, there is a small island of Ramago. And Ramago was nothing 5 years ago. It was a little shit port town run by a little insignificant chubby creature. Um, then all of a sudden, seemingly overnight, it became very important to the world. They started harvesting a new mineral that was used for everything. It is the fix all for shortages on gold, shortages on iron, shortages on steel. They magically seem to just get this mineral. And it brought this little dinky coastal town into basically the equivalent of like Dubai in our real world. Okay, it's just now it's huge, and the little insignificant leader pronounced himself Lord. So Lord Mert is
Is that MERT?
no Murpt. Uh, is currently like a overruling dictator and has declared many restrictions and laws on everything. And the purpose behind this is to basically imprison people and send them to the hidden mines where these minerals come, because no one even knows where he's getting them. And people are being imprisoned for jaywalking, spitting on the street, speaking out, making jokes, everything. If they don't like you, if you don't fit into their narrative, you are put on a boat and sent away. And that is where we are starting off. You two are on a boat, and you've been on this boat now for 3 months, locked in small cells,
So
wearing
we are arrested?
oh yeah, wearing only cloth like clothing right now. So basically, like a cloth tunic and some like cloth pants. I'd almost say like for material for you to get a picture of it. Think of potato stack type clothing. It's very not protective against water, cold, heat, mice, lice, all of it. I mean, it just sucks. You guys are prisoners. You are crammed in these cells with about 10 people per cell, and there are about 100 cells on this floor of the ship that you're on. Um, food is dropped down from the top cell to the bottom cells. So you guys may get something, you may not. You also have been drenched in urine and feces as there's no toilets. Um, occasionally, a high enough tide will come through and kind of blow through, coming down, drip down the ship, so you get a little bit of a cleaning water. But the last 3 months of your life have been a living hell. You stand nonstop. There's no way to sit down, there's no way to lay down. You've grown accustomed to sleeping standing up. And you are awoken from such sleep today by very cold water, which is nothing new. Like I've said, if it rains or if the seawater comes over the top of the ship down into the cells, you've been splashed with it before. This time, it is a very large amount of water, about waist high at this point. You hear muffled screams from the cells below you, and even those cells below that are even more muffled, and then they slowly stop. And as they stop, you notice the water's rising up. So, my magic marker. Right, so,
And what level is this?
huh?
What level are we on?
You guys wouldn't actually know which level you're on. You just know that you're not on the top and you're not on the very bottom. Because as you were brought in, there was a sack over your head as you were brought into the ship, crammed into a cell. And then the bags were ripped off as you were pushed into the cell. So you don't even know which deck you're on. You just know that at the moment, water's about a little over waist high. You are trapped in cells with about 10 to 15 people each cell. And these people range from other humans like yourselves to a couple orcs. There are a few dwarves. There's a gnome or two in some of the cells. There's a halfling who's currently trying to climb up on the cell bars to stay out of the water because she would be drowning otherwise. Men and women are just crammed in these cells together. There's no separation by sex or any of that. So that is where you guys start. You guys are on a sinking ship, locked in cages.
So we haven't been moved. Do we know anything about the locks? Like how serious is the security?
I will let you go ahead and roll a wisdom check on that.
And it's one of those things that over this 3 months we would have probably looked at these locks and
Again, as crammed in as you are, you might be in the very back and not be able to get up to the front to have investigated it. So that's why I'm gonna give you a chance to roll wisdom.
Got a 18 wisdom.
18. Again, yeah, you're smart enough to know that you might not have been able to see your lock particular, but you can kind of see across the cage across from you during this time. They look like just a very simple standard lock. Uh, it's a chain that holds the bar, like the gates of the bar, and it's just like a simple padlock. Um, Something that could probably easily be broken if you could get the right leverage on it. So,
And I got 9 other people in my cell, or we all have like 10 per cell or something.
it's anywhere between 10 to
10 to
15.
I'm sure if you had like a couple orcs in yours,
Yeah, it
it's
just
going to be
depends.
10.
It depends how big the people were. The one that's got a couple dwarves, a gnome, and one human, that they've got a little more breathing room than the one who's crammed in there with 10 orcs and you're a small human. So
All right. So my character's name is Ruthen. He is a very attractive man. He, even with a fucking potato sack and 3 months of just getting beat up and shit on and covered in, somehow he still sparkles. Like he's just fucking like, like Liam Hemsworth got a potato sack and you're still like, God damn. So he's analyzed his lock. He realizes we're in trouble. We need to get the fuck out, and he starts looking for assistance. Like the biggest, toughest dudes he can find. Um, taking measure of how the heck we're going to get out. I'm assuming there's nothing tool wise to use, so it's going to be brute strength and
there would not be any tools in your cage, but and this will be a rare one for you, and I'll let you do it. But remember, she is on the other side of the ship. By the way, well, because Sammy's character is male also. Um, where you are, go ahead and roll. What's your charisma?
20.
20. Go ahead and roll at advantage a d20. And let me know what you get, the highest one.
Nat 20.
Nat 20? All right. Like I said, there wouldn't be anything specifically normally, but with the rising water and stuff floating in a sinking ship, I will say that you see just out of reach floating by a box of tools.
Just out of reach. Um,
Now, your cell does end at the wall there, so all the water rushing is rushing to that wall.
So I'm gonna kind of be like pressing around you, like, God, we gotta get that fucking box. And like as I'm making my way to the box in the hopes that I can corral it or catch it if it starts to churn back forward. I'm also kind of looking for like a gangly dude, maybe an elf, long ass arms, maybe can get his body through the cage, like simultaneously.
Let's see if you have any elves. There are no elves. You have 4 orcs, 3 humans, and yourself, and then 2 gnomes. And the 2 gnomes, unfortunately, are starting. The water's almost up to their mouths at this point.
How separated are the bars? Like, is gnome? Can I push a fucking gnome through? Like,
No,
desperate times.
you wouldn't be able to push them through like a kitten trying to get through the bars. No,
Right? Yeah.
no.
They
Can we
got big
just get the?
heads.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if enough pressure is applied, yeah, you could push anything through the bars, but you would probably kill that thing, and
Right.
I don't think you have the strength required to do that. That would
That
almost be
defeats. I'm not trying to kill our. I'm trying to survive, so I'm not
yeah.
killing anybody. So yeah, I'll be meandering through the crowd trying to get to that far wall and the gate, so I can try to get this box of tools.
All right. What are you doing on the other side of the ship?
Well, it's been 3 months with these people. Who do I have in mind?
Let's see here. You unfortunately have 5 gnomes and 2 halflings. So you have a little more room in your cell, but currently almost everyone in your cell is ready to die because of the fact that they are so small.
I'm like trying to pick everybody up and put them up. Hang from the bars, guys, as I try to figure this out.
What's your character's name again? I'm sorry.
So I am Gerald Wallace.
Gerald
I am
Wallace.
6'6", big beefy dude. I have black hair, black eyes. Most people, when they see me, they fear me. But once you get to know me, you find out I'm a sweet guy. My friends all call me Bear. So obviously, in this 3 months, I've made friends with 5 gnomes and
You've
couple
made
halflings.
what we would call jail friends. You're
Yes.
not like besties gonna braid your hair and go for picnics. No, they're not afraid of you doing things to them while they're sleeping, and you're not afraid of them stealing your stuff.
And she's allowed to make off-color halfling jokes, like.
I don't know if you're that close friends, but yeah,
Okay.
sure. It is prison, and you are the biggest guy in the cell, so you might be
Right.
able
What
to
are they
pull it
gonna
off
do?
anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
They're afraid I'm going to roll over and squish them. So I've been helping them all get to higher ground. Now, are we all arrested from the same port town?
oh yeah, everybody came from that island.
Okay. And would I know these people? Or is the town so big that
It
we
is
wouldn't
due to
know?
the expansion. It went from being let's use something you both would understand. Being the size of Hannibal, Missouri, to becoming Los Angeles overnight. I mean, the amount of people who have flocked in, businesses that have come in because of this material that has been found, and the
So I wouldn't know a whole lot of these
no,
people,
you
if
might
any.
you might know 1 or 2 of the prisoners on the entire ship. Maybe you were arrested with one of them, but you might not. I mean, the chances are it's like going to the grocery store. You might run into one person you know out of the 200 people at the grocery store.
Okay, now do I know Ruthin before this?
No,
I do not. Okay.
no, you guys have never met.
Okay. So I am just going to try and use brute strength to break out.
Okay, roll just a strength check then. You have speed.
13 plus 5, so 18.
Yeah, no, it holds.
Oh, that hurt. I'm just gonna be looking for weak points.
All right. I'm just gonna call you by your names because I'm not remembering names.
Bear, you just call me Bear.
As, uh,
Ruthin.
okay. You've tried to make your way over to reach for that thing. Go ahead and give me roll 2d20s and give me the high
Nat 20.
one. All right.
10?
So as
God damn.
this box hits the wall, it kind of starts pushing closer towards you. You're able to get your hands on the box, but as you do, it tips over and all the tools do fall out and start sinking.
How quick are you?
Yeah, so as that happens, I can try to dig my head underwater and, like, grab immediately whatever I think would be, narrow enough to pick a lock or thick enough to break the chain, like
All right.
fast thinking and all that.
All right. As you go underwater, all of a sudden this ship is shook violently. Your face is bashed against the bars, causing 4 points of damage.
Ow.
At the same time, you are thrown from the cage doors into the wall, and you have, let's see,
Me?
yeah, because the whole ship. 3 of the gnomes fall off the cages and fall back on with you. You take 5 points of damage total. Water starts rushing in a lot more, but you guys notice now, and unfortunately, I do not have this kind of mini, so we're gonna have to use our imagination. I could have went and bought some things for this, but we're just not that kind of people.
We use imagination.
I got a big imagination.
I'm sure after 3 months, Fair has made more than acquaintanceship with the 5 gnomes and 2 halves. Just knowing Fair. Are these tentacles?
So, like I said, I could have went and bought some tentacle stuff, but I didn't want to go to that store.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm sure
So
he's on
yeah.
enough government lists without adding one more. So.
Oh, I'm on all those lists. But yes. So 4 tentacles have burst through parts of the ship now. One is right in front of your cage. One is about 2 cages down from yours. When the one goes through there, everybody inside that cell got crushed by the water, the pressure of the water, the wood and metal that came flying in, and the tentacle. So that entire cell is dead. There's now blood mixing in with this water. Same with there's a cell about 2 cells down from you. As same thing happened, and then there is a cell that is at the far corner across from you, which you'd almost be able to see all the way through because you're tall enough. There's a tentacle that is reaped through there. These tentacles have come in. Let's see. Let's see which ones wrap around. Start with the 2 in the middle. Okay, so both of those wrap around the bars of the cage as they burst through. This far corner one here, it's just kind of flopping around inside of there. The one closest to you, as it grabs onto the cage, but not the door. So there's a tentacle wrapped around it at this point.
Well, hello, Wicked Tommy.
Hello,
Thanks for stopping in.
welcome in. So yeah, as these tentacles have come through the ship, you guys are now, there's more water rushing in. You guys are no longer hearing any screams or anything from the decks below you. It is just silent under there. The water is now getting to about mid chest level.
So about my waist. Got it.
So tentacle is wrapped around the bars of my cage. Or
Yeah,
our,
Not the door.
so if you think like there's
right.
the cage wall and then there's the door frame, it's on the wall part, not the door frame or the door itself. So if it went over a couple more inches, it would have got the door, but it was like it got lazy and went to the first thing it could.
And pretty good idea that the new holes were caused by these tentacles
Oh,
pushing their
you
way in?
saw the tentacles shatter through the wood.
Okay.
Your cell, luckily, is like I said, the water was going in that direction towards that wall, so none of the wood would have forced into you.
So Rufin wants to try to find something sharp to stab the tentacle with in the hopes that it will recoil and rip off the gate or the door and maybe provide an exit
All right.
for us. So is there
Uh,
anything like shrapnel
roll a
or
perception check.
perception?
Okay.
Where are you going? Uh, new stats. 12.
Well, there are a few pieces of like splintered wood that are flowing through. Nothing metallic, like you don't see any knives or screwdrivers or anything. But you do see a couple pieces of the deck that's splintered from up here. You would also see there's a few pieces of bone from the people who were squished and shattered by the tentacle that came through that wall.
Well, he will pick whatever looks the sturdiest and the pointiest and get to work. See if I can get it to reflex and pull a
All
door
right.
out of the way.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll. It would be a melee attack.
While he's doing that, those that have fallen, I have reached down to pick back up and save those poor gnomes.
8 and 6 is 14.
14 will hit. It's going to be a 1d4 for piece of wood and a 1d4 for bone. So yeah, either one, just a 1d4. It'd be about a dagger.
Max damage 4.
All right. Yeah, that it recoils, but it doesn't pull like you were thinking. Instead, it uncoils and retracts a little bit, and then it swipes at the cage, trying to hit whatever hit it, and it definitely fucking smacks it. Say a 19 definitely hits. Yeah, it smashes. So it kind of recoils and it kind of like smashes back at the cage wall there. It dents in the cage, but it also made the hole bigger on the wall as it kind of thrashed around. So there's more water pouring in now on your angle, but the cage wall is a little dented, not the door.
Well, I'm gonna find those two. I think I had like 2 orcs, maybe, or whoever the biggest motherfuckers in my
You
cage.
had a lot of
Let's
orcs.
go! Fucking rip this fucker down.
I want you to roll a perception check real quick on that.
High charisma.
That is a nat 1.
That's okay because that's all you needed to be able to look over to see that both the orcs, when the thing went through, were impaled with pieces of wood.
Oh no.
They are dead. Their bodies are just floating there.
Lots of orcs.
Well, whoever steps up and just to prove my dedication, Ruthen's gonna give whatever he can give to start, to uh, uh, help them get excited to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. At this time, the two center tentacles are both going to try to pull. Ooh, they both do. So they are whacked around the cage and they pull back. So it bends inward all of this here because the way this would be connected. So yours is still straight, except for this corner here. These would bend in, as it went in here. Same here. So that wall and that wall are all pulled inwards now. They're still wrapped around. But the far corner tentacle, that's the special tentacle.
So
Okay?
as that happened, I'm going to be checking to see how well the door is
It would
lined up, or if I can pop it open now.
roll a knowledge check.
Knowledge or
Wisdom.
strength?
No wisdom.
Because you know my wisdom is shit.
Just roll a wisdom check.
9 plus 0.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, you are knowledgeable enough to see that the chain is now extremely taut from that pressure on your side, so you would be able to maybe pop it now.
All right, so I'm gonna try and pop through this door. And it's strength, right?
Yep.
12 plus 5, so 17.
17. Yep. Yep. The chain, after a little bit of grunting and pulling, it finally does snap, and your door is open, so you are free from your cage. I will tell you, trying to walk in chest deep water, it is going to be quarter movement. So if your movement speed is 30, which humans is generally 30, you will be able to move 3 feet in combat situations.
I did put proficiency in survival.
Okay,
Because
that
my
doesn't
wisdom
matter.
is
It's still the rushing water and the pressure of the water rising that high is going to slow you the fuck down. So yeah, you're
So I'm
free.
helping my peoples out of their cell.
Okay.
I'm looking for, like I'll be going down, looking to see if I can pop anyone else's doors open, if there's still survivors inside.
Okay. So how are you helping the little ones? Again, even outside of the cell, the water is this tall.
Yes, so they're gonna need to be hanging onto the tops of bars until they can get out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be like jungle gymming it. The monkey bars.
All right. And as were you.
Trying to inspire my fellow prisoners to help me either push or pull this gate
All
open,
right.
or the bars, the cell walls.
Just roll a d20 and let me know what you get.
7.
They are in a mixed state of panic because of drowning, watching several of the other cellmates next to him be impaled by wood. A large tentacle has made its way in, so, some of them have some phobias about that. So they're not really in the state of mind to listen yet, let alone, they're kind of in shock.
You got a song for them?
I
Doesn't
mean,
have an instrument on him, so it'd have to
not
be a
really.
singing only.
So have I seen any survivors?
Uh, there are few of them in these cells. Some you're seeing a lot of drowned halflings, gnomes. You are seeing a few humans who died. You see one rather large orc who seems to have decided to take several of the dead halflings and humans and make a flotation device out of them.
I didn't think you had that much brain power, but good for you. Break open your door. Is what I'm screaming at the big guys anytime I see them.
Okay.
Is there any doors that I see that I can think that I can like that?
At the very end, all the way down there, is a ladder that goes up to the next deck.
But I didn't see any doors that I could pop
Oh,
open.
there's doors, but no, none of them have the tension like yours did.
Not even this one. So I'm just yelling at the big guys, telling them to break out. And my peoples are monkey barring it across the top.
All right. As you get no,
You said I got all the way over.
no, I said that there's a ladder down there.
Oh,
I didn't say you got to it yet. As you get to about the halfway point, all the tentacles are going to do their thing again. So the two in the middle, this one retracts and then comes through this way. shattering here and wraps around that one. This one retracts and goes right through your old cell. Right there. And it grabs onto this side here. Let's see what Mr. Special Tentacle does. Hey, he finally woke up. So he's going to wrap around this right here and start pulling in on his way out. And the one by Az. Ooh. So it retracts. And all of a sudden, it comes through this way. Give me a dexterity save.
God damn. Nat 20.
And 20, good
I
for
don't know
you.
what I'm doing this week, but
As this tentacle comes bursting through the wood, you just narrowly, like Matrix, sidestep the tentacle, the wood shattering. Like it's just neo perfect. Like everything's around you, and you just slow mo move it. And you avoid all of it as it's just there. And then that tentacle's in there now. And now you have a hole behind you where water is seeping around the giant tentacle. Unfortunately, 3 more people in your cell were not Neo, and they're dead. So you got about 5 people dead in your cell. So your cell is getting a lot more crowded with corpses and wood.
mm-hmm. um So playing off of past experiences, I'd like to think that if I stab this thing again, maybe we could ride the tentacle out. Or at least maybe it'd stay out long enough we could get out through the hole. Whether or not being outside is a good idea, I don't know, but at least we're not going to drown to death. So I'd like to do 2 things. One, I'd like to go full bard and do some kind of like mass persuasion on the 5 remaining members to encourage them to fucking get out of here alive.
All right.
And 2, I'd like to stab the tentacle again while encouraging them to grab onto said tentacle.
Okay. I'd say Bardic Inspiration is what you'd be looking for. You could cast that.
So that's just a d6 on top of my
Yeah.
persuasion roll, I guess.
No, it'd be a D6 for all of them to attempt to do what you want them to.
Oh, okay.
So
I think I have 6 charges on that. So yeah, I'll blow. Actually, I have 5 charges. I'll blow all my bardic inspiration to get these fuckers to do something heroic.
it doesn't stack, but since they're all close together, it would cover everybody. One use covers everybody.
Oh,
Because
I
it's
thought it
not
was
like
one
it's
creature
not in a
per.
battle where you would be
Let me
applying
double check
it
because
to
as far as
a
I
person.
remember, Bardic Inspiration is anyone that's within a certain amount of feet.
No, I don't think so.
I'm looking because I know there's one bard thing that does that.
Ruthen's going to be just nasty. Be like, all right, you maggots, we got to get out of this fucking hole. We're either going to drown down here, and that's not going to be cool, or we're going to ride this fucking tentacle out of this hole and do some hero shit. Now, you guys get off your fucking asses, stop drowning to death. Let's get to fucking work.
So it's kind of a cross between Bardic Inspiration and
like drill sergeant or something.
no. The thing bards are good at not seducing people. The other
Vicious
thing
mockery.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't take that, but
I understand. It's kind of let's see here. Choose one creature yourself within 60 feet who can hear you. Okay, so yeah, it is just one creature. Which is the one that does like everybody in that area?
I don't know.
That maybe that's how it was in older versions. I don't know. All right, so yeah, you could use all of it on 5 of them.
okay.
So you have about 5 people left in there. So
There we go.
all right. Well, let's see here.
And I'm looking for people's integrities on the bars to see if
Okay.
I can get more people out.
Hold on a second. All right, so for your 5 people, this is their bardic inspiration bonus. One, 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 two, two. Um, one guy rolled a 17. Everybody else rolled a 5 or lower. So one
Mm,
guy is inspired to do what you say completely. Everyone else kind of still fucking weird.
well, I did what I could.
I'd say your conscience should be clear because you did try.
Yeah.
All right, so then you're going to attack the tentacle in hopes that it recoils so you can either swim out or hang on for dear ride.
Yep.
All right, so the attack roll first.
11 plus 6
That hits.
for 17.
That hits.
And D4. Should just roll that. Max damage again. 4.
All right, yep, it recoils. All right, so you have a choice to either try to swim out, which is going to be actually both would be athletics. You can grab on. No, grabbing on would be a grapple, so that's going to be a strength. Or you could try to swim out of the hole if it retracts enough.
I am going to roll a D6. 1 through 3, we grab on. 4 through 6, we swim. That is a 1, so we're grabbing on.
All right, so then that will be a strength roll.
So,
D20 plus
grapple.
strength modifier. Yep.
Okay. That is a 9 plus 2 for 11.
You're on. It is very much slippery. You're not holding it the best, but you're held on. Luckily, the bottom side of these tentacles do have suctiony cup type things, and a couple of them are attaching themselves to you. So you got a little bit of assistance, which is good because when it pulls out, let's see. Yeah, you're able to stay on while it pulls out. So yeah, you are now outside of the ship, underwater, riding a tentacle.
Did my one cooperative prisoner, did he make his,
Well,
did he
let's
follow
see.
me?
He rolled a nat 1, so no, he did not grab that tentacle. He tried
God
to,
damn.
and it kind of fell in the water.
Ruthen's looking around. Whatever. I guess I'm just being carried by him.
I have told my gnome and halflings just to keep going to get out.
All right. Since he stabbed that tentacle, the reactions for all the other tentacles, this one recoils and comes through here now. That one recoils, and it's going to come back through there because it's something that's attacking and biting it on that side. Special tentacle. Ooh, so the special tentacle finally does something important. He stays here, but he goes in deeper, weaves through here, and grabs onto this cage and pulls back, basically ripping all of this part of the ship backwards. So it's now all shattered, and water is just downpouring on that floor now. And then the one tentacle that got stabbed, it's still out in the water with a humanoid attached to it.
Alright, so I've screamed at everybody as I've been walking. To save yourselves. There's a hole here.
Yes.
I'm going to swim out.
Okay. So you.
After I've seen my little gnome and halfling friends go up the ladder.
Give me an athletics check on you swimming through the hole. Yes. What is it?
That one.
That one. The hole is too small for you. But the wood is shattered, so you could possibly start punching and kicking it. But you're not making it through there just by swimming through, and you don't have a tentacle to grab onto.
So I'm going to get out and look for a bigger hole.
Okay.
I would have seen that had gotten.
You can't get to that other side because
apart.
there's cell. It's just a solid wall. You guys are separated by a middle department cell.
Guess I'm going up the ladder.
All right, so you get to the ladder, you look up. There is a hatch up at the top of this that is shut, and there are gnomes and stuff up there trying to push on it right now.
All right, guys, let me get it, and I will attempt to break it open.
Give me a strength
Bear
check.
coming through.
17 plus 5.
Nope. It doesn't move.
The integrity of the ship is bullshit. And you're telling me that won't make it.
At this point, are you going to try to let go of the tentacle and swim upwards? Because you have about a minute and a half left of air being underwater at this point.
Oh, I'm underwater.
Yeah, because you pulled out with the tentacle, and the tentacles are underwater. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's yeah. So if I'm suctioned to this thing, and then hopefully I kept my sharp, pointy implement, and I'm going to encourage it to let me go.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
That is, what is that? That's a 15 plus 6 for 21.
Oh yeah, you hit.
And 1 point of damage.
Okay, so
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you how this happens, and then you're gonna give me a roll. Okay. So yeah, you stab it just enough to hope that the tentacle suction cups release. It doesn't release. It wraps around tighter. It pulls you down really quick, and then sends you up flying in the air. Releasing at its apex. I need you to roll an athletics save for landing back in the water.
You didn't know you was a rodeo cowboy.
So acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 19.
19. All right, that's you do make it, but you take about 3 points of damage hitting the water at the speed you do. But you do a pretty successful dive back into the water as you're falling down. Callie Tuna, what you doing?
Causing trouble.
As they do.
But yeah, and then so you kind of, after you hit the water, you come back up from the dive. You're floating now up towards the top of the water. You see off to the side, excuse me, you were thrown about 15 feet away from the ship at this point. The ship is sinking rapidly. And there are no people jumping off the ship. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and get that hatch open. Attempt number 2.
No.
That is a nat 20.
Still doesn't open.
Plus my 5.
Does not open it. I would like you to roll a perception check.
There is no perception. That one. You're hurting me.
You can't make it out. And before you slip off the ladder from it being wet and your pressure, you do notice that there is something very large covering all the slats above the wood around you, including over the hatch. And then you fall into the water because the ladder is slippery. At this point, tentacles are going to move. And this one comes back out and doesn't come back in because it's trying to figure out what's going on with this side. This one, though, is going to come out and he is going to smash through here and wrap around. Special tentacle is back to being special, so it's just floating out here. The one that went outside, stabbed, it is going to come back into this hole here and wrap around right there.
Alright, so I'm going to tell the gnomies and the halflings to jump down. And we're gonna have to find a hole. So.
Okay. At this point, the water level is to your shoulders. Just so you know.
So, hoping that these gnomes and halflings know how to swim. And we're gonna look for a hole.
All right.
that going to be another perception?
Yep. Or investigation. I'll let you do an investigation this time.
Well, that gives me a +3. So 9 + 3, 12.
All right. There are several holes from where the tentacles are pushed through. None of them are big enough for you, but many of them, the gnomes and halflings, could easily be pushed through.
So I'm helping push them through. Telling them good luck. Godspeed. Help them get through the holes. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Again, the wood is damaged.
Okay, so I will try and pull it apart.
Okay, give me a strength.
Going to die from some disease that I get from a splinter. 7 + 5, so 12.
Yeah, you're able to pull a few of the boards. The hole's getting bigger, but it's not yet big enough for you.
Luckily, I'm tall. Now we'll try again. That was a 16 + 5.
Oh yeah, you finally break enough free that you're able to squeeze through. It is a tight fit, and you do scratch yourself, taking 1 point of damage.
Later, that splinter is going to be infected and kill me.
You are in seawater, so it'd be pretty hard for you to get an infection. In fact, it would probably burn more than anything right now.
All right, and I'm going to swim to the surface.
All right, give me an athletics.
17 + 3.
17 plus 3. Yeah, you're able to make it up there. So yeah, you break the surface, and you also, as you get up, you notice that there's no one jumping off the ship as the ship is starting to sink more. I need both of you now to give me an athletics save, as you guys have to swim away from the ship, because as the ship goes down, it pulls
it's
everything around it down with it.
So a strength save.
No, it's an athletics because you're swimming.
Well, that's a skill. It's not
Yeah.
a save. 12 + 3, so 15.
All right.
21.
All right. You make it. You are struggling. You make it only about halfway. The tentacles have pulled the ship almost all the way under at this point. You still are not hearing any screams. Give me another one for you. You're good, though, so you don't have to worry about it. You've made it far enough.
That's 16 + 3.
Yep. Okay. You finally, a little bit of adrenaline kicks in, and you pull yourself far enough away to get away from the sinking in area where it is. All right. So you guys are now floating. There's wood and stuff. You guys are kind of like treading water. You do see a few bodies floating up from the wreckage. Um, you're both still pretty far away from each other. Ooh. Yeah, as you see the one person you thought was going to try to help get out with you, their body's floating up, or at least half their body. Something kind of ripped them in half.
Is anybody living near me at all?
No.
Okay.
You, on the other hand, you see a few of the gnomes and halflings you were helping out. They're all kind of just face down floating in the water.
His little heart's broken.
So,
I'm looking for driftwood or whatever.
that'd be an investigation roll.
4 + 3, so 7.
All right. 7. Yeah, there's a few pieces of debris floating by that would be salvageable to kind of use as an arm floaty for someone your big size. Nothing like a raft, no doors to hang on to or anything like that.
No, just something to hang on to.
Oh yeah. But again,
His little heart is broken, and
for someone your size, it's going to be like one of these little tables here. So it'll help, but it's not going to be something that will last long.
he just needs a reprieve because his little heart's broken. And he's been
Do
a
we
little
see any
disheartened.
like land anywhere close by? What are we swimming towards?
At the moment, you guys are floating in open water.
Fuck. Um, I'd like to also try to find something to hold on to.
All right. Investigation roll.
Mhm. 9.
9. Yeah, you're able to find a couple pieces that are close by that would help you. So you're able to grab one and putting on. So, and I'd say you guys are, you still wouldn't want to swim where the ship had sunk because there would still be that undertow pulling down because it probably hasn't hit the bottom yet. But you guys can see each other in the distance. I'd say you're about 50 yards away from each other. You're the only two survivors that you see.
Right. I'll definitely start swimming towards him,
All right.
and hopefully at the same time away from tentacles and sinking ships and things of that nature.
All right. Give me an athletics roll.
What's up?
Athletics roll.
Okay. 14 plus 3 for 17.
So yeah, you're able to kind of like doggy paddle, hold this board, kick paddle over there. You're about 5 yards away. Yep. You see him coming towards you. He's about 5 yards away. You're still kind of downtrodden from the loss of life around you. When all of a sudden you both feel a tentacle wrap around you and pull you guys under. And that's where we're going to take a break.
I was not prepared for tentacle combat.
No one's ever prepared for tentacles.
There's Ophelia.
There's some kids in Japan that are.
There's some people here in America who probably are too. They're
True.
on those lists. Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, get ourselves a drink, stretch, cough up a bunch of mucus because we're all sick. So we will be back. So go get yourself a break. All right, we'll be back in a few
Cool.
minutes. All right, we're coming back, but as we do, a reminder that all streams for 2025 are extra life streams. You click that link that pops up in the chat or it's in my About Me section. You can donate to Extra Life. Now, for those who don't know, Extra Life is a charity that helps out children's hospitals all over the United States. It is a great cause, and I know the world sucks right now. I know money sucks. Everything sucks, except for D&D. D&D never sucks. But $1 helps, okay? You can donate $1. You're helping out children who spend years in these hospitals, making their lives just a little bit better, okay? So, please. I hope you all are hydrating, being safe. There is a nasty cold virus going around right now. Everybody has sniffles. Shebe has bronchitis. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you feel yourself starting to feel sick, don't go to work. Wear a mask. Take care of yourself. Chicken noodle soup and Sprite. Or in my case, Monsters and cigarettes. But yeah.
Price is Right, some soup, some crackers, some 7-Up.
And make sure you pet and love your kitties.
That's most important.
Yes, it is. So let's get back into it. All right, so yes, the tentacles wrap around you guys and you're pulled underwater. And you're getting pulled down deeper, deeper, deeper. And this is happening quick, like that. You both black out.
Oh no.
You both awaken on a stone floor. You are coughing out water, grasping for air. You guys find yourself in an underground cave. So this is the entrance area. Okay. So you guys, after you're done coughing up water, you look around. You guys are in a rough constructed cave. There are crates scattered everywhere. They look like they were once stacked nicely, but they've been knocked over. Some of them are charred from a fire. Um, you see above you a banner, but you can't read it because it's been burned, and it's just kind of like tatters hanging there. There is a single door at the end of the cave. It is a big metal door. It is shut at the moment. Other than that, doesn't seem to be much else in this cave. Um, I'm going to send you a message on Discord as you will be receiving many of these because as this character is actually a very special character.
I'm special.
You are special.
I have them written down as Rufus, the Sparkle Man.
Hey, there you go.
And I'm gonna notice that Rufin is wearing the same
Okay.
garb that we all were wearing.
Yes. I will stop real quick for you guys. If you wish to discuss uh, how you got onto the ship, how you were arrested, I have your actual arrest details. It's not what I just sent you as. That's different. This is how you're arrested. So if you guys get into that, I will let you guys know the reasoning for it.
So yeah, Ruthin gets done coughing and gasping for air and takes measure of who made it, who got pulled down with us. What's the scene?
She's not
Like
one
I did
I'm
Dia
happy
work,
with.
repositioned.
It's like, you told me I get to be the big monster of this game. How come I'm not in it yet?
I'm still feeling the weight of the loss of all the life. Um, but, gagging up seawater, I will acknowledge that I see Rufin. And then I noticed that he's wearing the same clothing, so not an enemy. He was in the same predicament. So,
Like, man, what a fucking day. Like, where the hell are we? I don't know very many tentacle creatures that keep crates around.
that's why I'm wondering who saved us.
Saved us. That's a good call. Is there any evidence of wet footsteps other than the puddles we've created?
This area is a heavily trafficked area, and like I said, it seems like chaos has happened in this area. So there are footsteps. None of them, you can't really discern if they're fresh, if they're old, if what they are. Because like I said, this area, imagine a downtown bus station during the holidays.
But we don't see anybody else.
No, there's no other people in this area. You two are the only two. Like I said, there's a bunch of crates. There's a one single door. This cave seems to be lit by like natural bioluminescent mushroom type things growing on the walls and stuff. So it's pretty well lit. But yeah, you don't notice anyone else alive.
So yeah, kind of getting himself organized to be like, hey, congratulations on making it, but here's the deal. We don't know why we got saved. We could have been saved from the goodness of somebody's heart to take care of us. It could have been saved in the same way we were about to get saved by the last guys, which is put into fucking servitude for somebody else's gain. So we need to come at this ready to fight.
Now, is Rufin afraid of me?
I don't know. Are you? That'd be
Rufin ain't
something you'd
afraid of
ask him.
shit. Rufin
He's just
appreciates an
seeing
ally,
big guy with
but
black
he's
eyes.
not showing any fear. He's showing earnest. You are useful, and you haven't attacked me. Would he have seen any of the halfling rescue operations while he was?
In the chaos, and like I said, so you guys were divided by a row of cells that were in between. So I'm gonna say no in that
Probably
chaos.
What
not to
about?
be
Would
involved
he
in your own thing.
perceive a little empathy of his heavy heart? Obviously, pretty solemn about.
With your high charisma, yeah, I'd say you probably have that ability.
Like, all right, we've lost a lot of people. I was hoping to get some out. None of my guys had the wherewithal to pull it off, but we got to get out of here. We gotta, you know, we got to do it for them. Then trying to inspire action again.
I'm just gonna be like, the little peoples, they didn't stand a chance.
We'll fucking, we're gonna get ours. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get back to, you're gonna get back to Renago, and me and old Lord Merp are gonna fucking, gonna have a conversation.
That involves bashing heads. I'm all for it.
I think you and I are gonna be good friends. But let's be wary. We don't know if we're in a friend or a foe's quarters right now, and let's go get some information.
Now, question for DM. Were we locals to Ramago before the mineral,
That's up to you, actually.
before the gold rush?
For you, that's up to you. And it wasn't gold; it's just a mineral. But it's up to it.
The gold rush.
It's up to you if you were. I will say he was.
I was gonna say I'd very much like to be a local.
Yes, he was. It's up to you if you were or if you came part of it.
Mm, I don't know how that would work on your.
Nope.
Because a small port town, we would know each other
Mm,
if we were both locals.
maybe.
We would know each other.
Really? How many people, again, using for scale in real life, the size of Hannibal, Missouri, how many people do you think in Hannibal, Missouri knows every other person in Hannibal, Missouri? Or even our town of Dabwork? How many people do you actually know? I mean, I know way too many because I'm me, but
Honey, I didn't live in this town my whole life.
all right, pick a town that you live more than a year. Galesburg. Small towns. It's got to be something small. I'm just saying, it's
Galesburg isn't small.
near Denver. We have over 150,000 people.
Right.
That's small though in D&D world. I'm not talking like a hamlet.
Well, you were saying it was a little tiny port town.
Yeah, a little port town, maybe about 80,000 people lived in it.
At that point, Ruthen was just a fucking loot paying, pretty fucking attractive dude, not super talented. Just, he had a tin cup in front of him with a couple of coins. He was very easy to forget. So you may have just been like, "Oh, fucking vagabonds or whatever, and made your way to whatever Bear was doing at the time.
I was security. Maybe a
Yeah.
bouncer.
So you were focused on your job. You weren't noticing every loot playing heartthrob in the scene.
I just don't see Bear as a gold rush kind of guy.
Well, you got to remember, people who would have come for your gold rush, they could have brought security people with them to protect their claims. They in the real gold rush and other mineral rushes, they would bring in large security forces to kind of protect their claim.
Okay.
So you could be one of those.
Maybe you had like a brother that was trying to get on the gold rush, and you just came in for goodwill and protection.
No, I think I'm going to be a local that, worked at a tavern in the evenings. During the day,
For some reason, the
worked
mic's not picking you up at all.
at a warehouse. Oh, I was like, at nights, I was a bouncer at a tavern. During the days, I did security at a warehouse.
Yeah.
Local. All right, so would we know about, well, I guess 3 months at sea, we'd be far away from our
In
city.
theory, yes, but you don't know.
But I wouldn't know, like, underground caves or anything like
No,
that.
you wouldn't know that shit. Not unless your background is,
Yeah, no.
sailing or cave diving and exploration.
In between security details, Bear liked to go deep sea diving.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I've got no clue where the hell we are. How the hell we ended up in here.
Well, let's
Mulling around, like the
yeah,
crates.
let's poke
Also
around
look
and
for
try to figure
something
something
to
out.
cover me besides the potato sack.
All right, so you're going to search a crate.
I'm gonna search a crate.
All right, go and roll.
Let's investigate.
Yep,
10.
10. Yeah, so the first crate you open, it has been damaged, but there are various pieces of matching uh, chainmail armor. And by matching, I mean they all look like a police style uniform almost, as in they're very unity. But it's chainmail armor. So there's enough that you are able to scavenge enough armor to cover yourself.
So put on this chainmail armor.
All right.
Oof. Armor class goes up.
Bling!
As are you searching, Jess? For
Yeah, I'd
crates?
also like to take a gander at that burnt banner to see if I can glean any information off of it.
Okay. First we'll have you roll for the crate search.
Okay. That is a 7 plus investigation would be 8.
It's the same thing. You find leather armor, but again, it's all very uniform. Like it was a light armored military security outfits. There's enough that you could patch together a functional suit, and also check your messages.
I will put together that suit.
All right.
Oh, and I will hide that away.
Okay.
I guess I'll
Um,
put it on and hide it deceptively.
you guys are far enough apart and searching that it wouldn't be you wouldn't even have to roll for that.
Okay.
Then I want you to roll an investigation check at disadvantage because this banner is about 20 feet above you, and like I said, it's been burned and scarred.
A 2 and a 3. Fantastic. For 3.
You're able to kind of make out the word welcome, and then the next area has been burned, and all you see at the end is ERS.
Do I have any clue? Is that ERS acronym or ERS is the end of a word?
It would look like the end of a word. Like I said, there's the
Okay.
word welcome. It's singed enough, but you can still make it. But then the next word is almost completely gone except for ERS.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue searching crates.
All right.
15 plus 3.
Okay.
18.
So you find a crate that's really long and narrow. So it's probably about 5 feet tall. You open it up, and in it are a bunch of broken tridents, but there is one trident that isn't broken in the back of it.
Oh, sweet lady. And I pulled out the trident.
I'll go ahead and poke through another crate myself. 8 plus investigation be 9.
All right. You go towards the next nearest crate. It's already shattered open, and hanging out of it is a weird arm. Um, it's not biological at all. It seems mechanical, but it's been shattered and broken off at basically about here on the forearm, and it only has 3 fingers. So it has like 2 fingers and then a thumb grasp at the end of it. And it is
Metal,
about
stone.
it's metal and it's about again like it's the forearm. So it's about a foot and a half long from where it's broken off to the tip of the finger, but it is probably about 2 feet wide. It is a huge metal arm.
Um, Could I tell anything about the creator? Like, does it look gnomish and chaos, dwarven and
It's
methodical?
been broken and burned. It's pretty well messed up. You can't really identify it other than the fact that it looks like an arm.
Like, I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Like, maybe the secret will be revealed as we explore.
I'll keep searching.
All right.
17 plus 3.
You open this crate, and inside you guys, like the room suddenly kind of fills with light as this crate is full of the precious ore that has been being exported.
I spit on it.
I want you to roll a reflex save then.
That's Dex.
Yep.
So 16 plus 3.
All right. Yeah, so you kind of in disgust spit on this ore. As your spit hits it, the piece it hits explodes. and shards fire. You don't get hit by it, but yeah, it is a very loud little explosion in this small cave.
Holy shit! What was that?
Ah, the fucking orb.
I mean, I guess at this point we'd all know that the ore did that. Like it
Yes,
had reactions to water.
yes.
Like fuck that crap is down here. Maybe we're in a mine. I mean, I guess that could work. And then maybe this stupid arm is a machine to facilitate mining. Oh, where the fuck are we?
Could be miners on that welcome sign.
Welcome miners to your fucking servitude.
Yeah.
Bunch of assholes. Um, I don't know. Part of me wants to take some of that ore with us. It might be useful, but we're kind of wet at the moment.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll steer clear of that. Keep that in mind, though. Maybe we'll come back here if we need it. And
We
I
need to
almost said
explode
Tercel.
something.
Yeah, in case we got to do some shit. Ruthven will try another crate.
So this is the
Looking.
last crate,
Yep. So that's 19.
19. This crate here, the top of it has been completely blown off, and inside the bottom of it, you just see like decimated pieces of the ore, like that have exploded. It's just little shards of it.
Although you think with the ore here, then they're not mining this ore. They're mining something, using the ore to get to whatever. So I think you're right. I think this is a mine of something.
Could be. So the banner is against a wall, not an opening.
No, it's hanging right above the
This one?
door. Yeah, because there's a door up that way.
We made our way. Like, Gerald, my friends call me Bear.
I'm Ruthin.
Hey, Rufus.
I'm pretty.
I can see that.
Before we leave, is there anything that would make for a good weapon that maybe isn't obviously a weapon?
No.
Okay. Like Ruthin's feeling very naked without something in his hands, but
There's some broken trident pieces.
we'll see. My best weapon's my mouth. That came out wrong.
No, I think
The
that came
pen
out.
is mightier than the sword. Yeah, let's go with that. That's a solid
That's how you
one.
got through prison so well.
I think that came out right, considering your introduction to me was that you are pretty. Oh, so pretty.
I mean,
So pretty.
So I'm gonna look at this door. Push and pull.
Well, why don't you roll a investigation on the door?
Not good. 6.
6 is enough. So this door is a huge iron door. It's a single slab door. You can tell that it goes up into the ceiling. Off to one side, there is a box. And on that box are 2 buttons.
So when I push and pull, it didn't do nothing.
No, it wouldn't do anything at all.
You want to push a button? Oh, pretty one.
so what? I missed that. What?
Would you like to push a button? No, pretty one.
Oh, we get to press buttons. I guess so. I
All right.
mean, logic would say that the button on top would make the door go up.
Oh no, they're right next to each other. There's a button on the right and a button on the left.
Yeah.
The button on the right is green. Button on the left is red.
I was told to never press red buttons, so I guess we'll go green.
You push the green button, and the door starts to rise up. As it does, water comes rushing out,
Oh,
and
no.
three things happen here, okay? First, your guys' feet get wet, and you get pushed back about a foot because of the force of the water. Two, that water hits those crates back there, so there are little explosions start going off behind you. Three, a body comes floating through and smashes into you as. Um, there is a dagger in its back, along with a note that says pigs.
So I will stop the corpse, be like, yeah, it looks about right. Pull the dagger out of its back and then roll it over to see if I can um, appreciate the outfit or get any indication of what corpse I'm
It
looking at.
is the same kind of military leather armor that you are wearing right now, except for its face is covered.
Bear, we might be wearing shitty armor from shitty people. So this guy's got a dagger in his back. This is the mine. Miners may have said, fuck this noise. Let's take this. Let's take the power back. And we're now wearing the enemy uniform. So maybe let me do the talking. You know, I'm not. I'm not trying to say you can't talk your way out of a paper bag. I'm just telling you, like, I can talk the paper bag out of me, if you know what I mean. Just we got to be careful.
Understood, pretty one.
Okay.
So you guys are standing.
Settings.
All right, guys. So you guys are standing in a corridor. You're right at the door. Like I said, the water is about ankle level in this area, and it's still running. So as you look, so this corridor, it's all iron, and then it comes up, and about waist level, it is a thick glass, and it goes up to the top where it reconnects to an iron piece across the top, where there are strange little gems implanted that are causing light. You can see out of both sides of the where the glass is. You are on the floor of the ocean. You see fish swimming by, seaweed down there. You see a couple crabs. Off in the distance, you see a very large whale just kind of moving across. The water seems to be coming from a passageway up to your left side there. And straight ahead of you, the path that keeps going straight leads to about 6 stairs, and that's about as high as the water's got. It isn't rising anymore because it's flowing back towards you guys, so it's not going to rise. And then there's another door.
So water's coming in from here,
Yep,
and there's a door down here.
yep, up about 6 stairs.
Well, I don't want to open any more doors. They're gonna have more water come in.
Yeah. But assuming the corpse floated with the water, it may have came from that way. Might be worth checking in. I don't know. But how fast is this? Is the water rising or just flowing?
It's just a steady flow.
Okay.
Like I
We
said,
can.
it would have been rising, but now you guys have opened the door. The water's flowing out behind you guys and filling the cave and going out from there.
Well,
But I will say it
we're.
doesn't seem like it's slowing down. So don't think you guys have stopped it.
There's nothing else inside. This
Nothing is right in your guys' view from where you are to the stairs. And like I said, you can't see around the corner. Though you can see that there's another glass hallway that's going to be that way because you can look from here to there and you see that there is a glass hallway there. But you can't see because, like I said, the wall does come about waist high. So anything below that that's iron, you can't see through.
Well, 50-50. Either we go left and explore, or we can get to slightly more safety by going up if that door's open.
Well, let's see what we can see down the hall. So we can go here and look down.
All right. So as you look down this hall, you see it goes about 20 feet, and then there's a door. Now, this door is only about a quarter open because it's crushed down on a very large metallic creature.
Is it missing an arm?
You wouldn't be able to tell from 20 feet away.
Let's go check it out.
All right.
Carefully, in case it tries to grab us and do whatever.
Safe distance from it.
All right. So I'd say, yeah, you're about 2 feet from what you assume would be its grasp. Yeah, so this door is crushed down on this, what looks like a construct. It looks like a humanoid form, like all the parts should be where humans are, but it's large. It's about 8.5 feet tall. You can see where the door has crushed it into the back and bent it, and its body is wrapped like that around the door. As you do approach, it does lift its head up, and as it does, you see wires start sparking, and you do see little gears turning in spots that are exposed, and then its head just falls down and doesn't move anymore.
You ever seen one of these mechs?
Never seen one of those.
Me
It
neither.
looks pretty similar to the remains of whatever was in that crate back there, so I imagine they were brought here.
So the door's now closed?
Oh no, the door's still pinning it down. I'm saying it lifted its head up when you guys approached, and then in all of its last remaining life is gone, and it collapsed down into the water. That the water is coming through that open door area around this collapsed robot.
When it did the gear whirring sparkling thing, was there any sense of emotion there? Like, was there like a, oh, there's those police guys I fucking hate, I want to kill them all, and then like in the throes of anger, it
No, there was no
succumbed.
affliction in it other than it died.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm any tougher than giant metal guy here. I don't want to be crushed by a door. So I don't know how
No,
you
but we don't
feel.
want this corridor filling up with water either. And the water seems to be coming in from there. So,
Are there any green red buttons near this door?
There are.
so lift it up. I'll pull him out. And we can shut the door. We can come back this way if we want.
Could try that. How heavy does this thing look? Is it
Like I said, it's about 8 foot tall and probably weighs about 350 pounds, if not more.
so we're probably gonna have a little bit of a struggle, the two of us, getting this thing moved, but
I'm pretty strong.
I'm 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 a gym rat, so I'm a little strong, but
I'll use my strength. So you're gonna
I'm just gonna
alternate?
push the button.
so yeah, let's. Do you want to do this? I'll press the green button
I'll
and we'll grab
pull
an
him this
arm and
way.
yeah, we'll pull them towards where we came from.
Okay. So 18 plus 5.
Okay, well, first off, when he goes to push the button, it suddenly sparks. You take 8 points of damage. No,
Oh,
not
damn.
you.
Oh.
Him, because he's the council sparks and electrocutes him a little because you're standing in water. The door does not move. In fact, it kind of makes a groaning, kind of noise and doesn't move at all.
I'm trying to pull this guy out.
Oh, you're not moving him at all. The door is pinned down on him. That door's not moving. He's not moving. Water's coming through.
And Ruthen's like massaging his hand. There's like visibly smoke coming off it. Like, mother, fuck, that hurt. Maybe we shouldn't touch any more buttons while we're standing in water. That was stupid. Well, this guy's just gonna have to stay here. I don't think we could have pulled this thing with the door off. I'm definitely not with it on him.
Problem is it's just gonna fill up this corridor with water.
Oh no, you
Yeah.
gotta remember the water is going out towards the cave now and spilling out towards the cave.
Right, but the cave's eventually gonna fill up with water.
No, the cave has an opening.
I asked if there was any openings.
How'd you get into the cave?
I don't know.
I was saying there was an opening.
Somebody drug me in here.
Yeah, there was an opening where you guys came in. You don't have to worry about the cave filling up with water, trust me.
I'm just saying if I asked if there was any other openings.
Yeah, the opening you guys came in from. I said that. But you weren't swimming back out because you're on the bottom of the ocean. Anyways.
Well, I guess we're not going this way. Let's try the other door.
Yeah, I think that's where we're stuck.
Please.
She had to go potty.
Ah. I was re-educating myself on how ritual spells work.
They don't.
So what I miss?
Nothing. We waited for you. All right, so you guys climb up the 6 steps. You're at this door. There's a familiar switch with the green button and the red button.
Neither one of us
I'm
is
not
standing
touching
in
it.
water.
You're not in water. You're up six steps up from the water.
I'll push the green button.
All right. This door opens slowly, like it's having a little bit of problems. It opens up. Before you guys is a stone room, but directly across from you there's a huge door, and that whole wall is that same glass, and you can still see out to this beautiful sea, and you can see that the door leads to another tube section that leads out. There are fine tables all around this. There's a couple nice lounging chairs. There is a reception looking desk over here to the side, right when you guys come in. There are coat racks around. There are stairs that leads up to a balcony up at the top.
Anybody in here?
Nope.
Is there any like nameplate or anything like that on the reception desk?
You have to roll investigation.
Nat 20.
You have 20. So you walk over to what looks like a reception desk, and you see that there is a logbook for checking in shifts for security details. There are various names, like, along with their ranks, what time they clocked in, what time they were clocking out.
When was the last shift change?
3 months ago.
Oh. Doesn't look like anybody's been here for a while. Roofing.
How long's a while?
3 months. Give or take.
It's about how long our ship was at sea, if I could guess based off of sunlight and nighttime.
How many times I got pooped and peed on?
I have chosen to not remember that.
You gotta remember, anytime you guys pooped or peed, it went down below you.
I'd be like, watch out. Probably pretty sure we didn't poop a lot. On anything to poop.
What was the shift change before that? Was it 3 months?
Yeah.
Nope. You
Oh.
look at the logbook, and everything up to the last entry is an 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be interesting to find out what happened here.
3 months of chaos. I could be walking into a fucking shit show.
Let's see.
Are there any additional clothing, anything on the coat racks? Anything we could use to not look like police officers?
Everything you notice around there looks like the security detail type clothing you guys have on.
Shit. Is there anything maybe that looks like a higher ranking version of what we're wearing?
Roll an investigation.
19 plus 1 for dirty 20.
Everything in here looks to be the same as yours, which is very low ranking working men security. There are none of the captains or lieutenants probably were in this area.
Okay.
Alright. So this is like a dining area?
Yeah.
Definitely looks
So
like people did rest and eat.
a pig pen, if you will.
Yeah. Like I said, there's some couches for like lounging. There's definitely tables where people were eating. Like I said, there's a staircase with a balcony that leads up, above you guys on one side of the wall.
I'll go up the balcony and see what I see.
All right, roll an investigation check.
11.
This balcony has about 4 tables that are all pushed up against the railing there, with like 2 chairs each. You see that there are plates and stuff that were left there. Kind of looks like they were in a hurry the way they were knocked over. Any food on it has started to decompose. But at the very end of the balcony, towards the large open glass window area, you see a device that you might have seen before but have never used. It looks like a telescope.
Hey, Bear, you got decent eyes on you?
Yeah.
Do I want to toss it down? I'm going to walk down the stairs and hand her the telescope. Him the telescope. Be like, wonder if they use this to look through the glass walls, maybe make sure, crowd control, whatever.
Before you try all that, roll investigation.
Nope. Bloop. 11.
You notice it is bolted to the ground.
Oh. Hey, come up here.
I'll look through this.
Remember, you always might want to check to see if something is movable before you say you move it.
I will look through this spyglass.
All right.
see what it's looking at.
So, as you put your eye
Does
to
she have to put a corner in the side? Are we in Chicago
Hopefully
Harbor?
not, because I
No.
have nothing on
Boop.
me.
No, we'll say this is a pre-use. As you look through this, okay? Out here is where this is going to be. I got pee in all of it.
Well, Rufin, I don't know if this is a better situation than we would have been in.
I
At
mean,
least I'm not chained.
the last thing I remember, I was being pulled underwater from my doom. So at least we have a control
I'm
of our own
talking
fate.
slavery.
No.
At
Well,
least if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die free.
right. Maybe we can free some people while we're at it.
Bless you. So, like I said, this is going to be farther out than this glass wall you're able to see. And you'd be able to see some of this looking out through the glass, so you might notice some of it, but you would not see the farther stuff that she is going to see with the telescope. So you're able to see that the tube that leads from this door goes about 500 yards to a very large domed city. You see that inside that tube there is a cart that seems people would ride back and forth. Staring through it, the first spot that the telescope was looking at when you look through it is a hotel window. Inside that hotel window, you see the remains of a beautiful woman and two military looking men. They are all shot through the head with an arrow. As you pan through the city a little bit, you see that there are larger buildings, smaller buildings. Some of them have signs like bar, some of them have signs that say housing. But you do notice that there has been a fire through a lot of this. And there are bodies kind of here and there. All of them dressed in the military type uniforms you guys are wearing right now. You also see that there are several of these large robots in various states of brokenness. You see one that's still moving, but it has no legs. It's just pulling itself across the ground. And as it starts crawling, you see a bunch of arrows shoot down from a shadowed window, and it stops moving.
Well,
As you pan a little bit further, you see one of those robots is actually outside of the glass, and it looks to be patching the glass because there's a crack there.
well, there's life inside that dome. Kind of hostile.
I wonder. Oh, I wonder what the hell's going on.
Looks like some kind of revolution.
Yeah, and we're wearing this.
And
I
I
mean,
will
I
let
guess.
Rufin take a look through the telescope so that he is seeing everything that I've seen.
Well, he wouldn't see
Hmm.
the shooting of the other robot because
Well,
it already
no,
happened.
but
If there's a robot with arrows in it, yada yada yada, same shit.
yes.
Mhm.
I did see that robot get shot down. So there is life.
we need to, assuming we're going into this dome city because there's not a whole lot of other options, we don't want to get shot on sight, right? So I'm wearing definitive police gear right now. Is the chainmail, is that
Oh
pretty
yeah,
Yeah,
definitive?
here.
both of them are very definitive as security personnel uniforms.
Is there anything we could do? So I'm thinking maybe we do a gag, like we'll tear up one of our armors to make it look like combat, and maybe do like a fake prisoner setup. Like I'll be the prisoner. You can have me in custody, or not custody. That's the wrong word. You have captured me, and we could like damage your armor to make it look like you stole it. You know, so we can come in with the scene, so we don't get shot first. They're like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And maybe we can talk our way out of it. How do you feel about
Hey,
that?
you seem to be the brains. We'll go with it.
Okay. Um, damn. All right, so just to act on my Star Wars love, we're gonna do it the other way. I'm gonna be capturing you. You're gonna be my Wookiee. Uh,
I knew where you were going with this. I
just
knew
so we're
where
all on the same page here.
I knew exactly where you were
Um,
going with this.
so we'll dirty Bear's armor up, make it look like combat. You're already bloodied because we've been through some shit, and I'm definitely fucking bloodied because I've been through some shit. But I'd like to cast disguise self on myself. Um, Trying to think of, I don't know, anybody that doesn't look like a police officer. So somebody from Renago, that people wouldn't know, but definitely don't look like police officers.
I would say the costume you would probably best go with, because you haven't seen what anyone else is wearing, would almost be the sack type clothing you wore when you were a prisoner. Because you don't know
I could
what,
just
as I say,
right.
you don't know what common wear people are wearing, what the workers wear. For all you know, the
Okay.
workers, if they are prisoners, are wearing the same kind of thing you were originally wearing. So
All right. Well, then let me change my plan of attack. So instead of doing disguise self, I'll just make my own disguise. I'll take off the leather armor. I'll don my potato sack apparel. Um, and
Would you
then
put the
yeah, let's
potato
just do
sack
that.
apparel over your armor?
I'd be afraid they'd notice. I guess they do a combination of
You could use
potato
mock tail.
sack plus disguise self to make it look like I'm not wearing armor. Because I've and
Yeah,
you
you
can
could
tell
use that
by
potato sack. It's a little big.
as Ruthen starts working those, you can tell that he knows what the fuck he's doing. Like he is tailoring this shit. He's got it looking great. When he casts disguise self, like you know, you're pretty impressed at his costuming ability. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put the potato sack over myself, cast disguise self to eliminate the armor from visual appeal, but otherwise keep myself looking. So I minimize the amount of shit that can be seen, I guess, that needs to be detected. And then we'll find a way to tie you up and make our way down the corridor.
like I said, when you open that door, there is a cart you guys could use to ride, or you guys are gonna have to walk that full distance.
Um,
And
it's a
it's
pretty
not like
long
a mine
distance.
cart; it's almost like a trolley cart. Like,
Let's do the cart. I mean, we're not going to be sneaking up on anybody.
No,
They're
I'm sure
already
we're
ready
not.
already.
All these black walls. I'm sure we are. Are you carrying my trident then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will make it look like you're disarmed.
I'm sending you an update for yours.
I'm enthralled by the beauty of this undersea land, though. Like
Yep.
this is the coolest thing.
So yeah, this cart
I've
doesn't
ever
like
seen
move
in my life.
fast. It moves a medium pace. It comes to a stop, and you see,
Hello, Dee.
hi D, Mr. Face.
Per your message, is there any kind of indication that they see me?
No,
Okay,
they're just out in the distance.
noted.
Bear is just looking around.
She thought I was her Wookiee.
Um,
I think it's the other way around, darling.
Looking around, seeing all of this. I would have never imagined in my life to have seen this wonder.
all right, so you guys make it to the end of the thing, and there's a door there. You're familiar, two-button system there, and you can see alongside that dome. It's basically been the same construct. It's iron, and then there's beams of iron that go up connecting to the top, and there's this thick glass all the way around it.
They were not thinking long term using iron under salt water.
If it's the same assholes, I think it is. They don't do a whole lot of thinking. They just they rape whatever they want to and they leave. So yeah, get off the cart, open the door. I'll have Bear's two hands in my hand behind her. She's not actually bound, but given the impression and trident in my right hand, and we're gonna march forward.
So you guys walk through the door. You smell smoke because there are still things on fire. You see some dead robots. You see some dead military people. I would like you both to roll perception.
10.
21.
All right. So the way you guys see the same thing is going to be different by what you rolled. What you both see in various spots that there are dead merfolk. Now, you notice that anywhere there's dead merfolk, nearby is a broken piece of this structure where water allowed them to come in, and they came up through that. You do not see that though. You just see dead mermen and merwomen and merchildren.
It's like mermaids. Oh my
This isn't a merfolk town, but man, they're fucking here though. I wonder if they're the that really complicates things actually. I was kind of expecting mining operation. I wonder how
Do you
these
think this
merfolk.
was their land?
So looking at obviously the dome, the metal, the glass is not. Is there anything to say that the buildings look anything other than crude?
No. The buildings were definitely built after the dome was placed over this area.
Okay. No, I don't think merfolks. I would assume my character would know that merfolk like cities are very naturally built and don't look anything like this Russian crudely quickly built bullshit that we're looking at.
You said this place has been here for a century?
No,
No, I thought you said that was in the book.
no.
No. Okay.
This place has been there. You guys honestly don't know, but ever at least since the mines and the overnight rise to this new mineral that made this island become popular.
So we're not on that island.
I'm just saying,
Okie dokie.
you really haven't found much details on the city, so
Right. And do we gather that the merfolk can't live of water?
roll a knowledge check.
That's intelligence.
Yep.
So 17 plus 3. I am book smart, just not street smart.
You would know that mermen or merfolk can leave water for a short period of time, and that they also have spells and abilities to breathe on land.
Okay.
So extending that time on.
So these dead mer people, do I see that they've been shot? Or
Roll investigation check.
maybe?
Oh, hold on, we have a visitor.
11 plus 3.
Sorry.
Hello, Leroy!
Hi there. Careful, you don't want to be on camera. I don't care. We're live in front of you guys. Coughing at it.
All right, thank you. One of your chipmunks were on the porch there. As I was coming up the stairs, he froze. And we looked at each other for quite a while, and finally he took the other route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yep.
Bye!
Sorry about that. My parents were stopping by to pick up one of the mini watermelons we threw.
Nice.
Says, hello, woman! That was the Leroy.
Lanzata.
AKA Dad.
All right. So, what was your question?
I was investigating if I see how they died.
Okay. What'd you roll?
17 plus, or 11 plus 3.
11 plus 340. You see that some have been stabbed, some of them have been shot with an arrow. A few of them look like they were crushed by something large. Um, a few of them have electrical scarring from maybe like a lightning attack or an electrical attack of some kind. Um, you notice, all of them have that deep purplish blue scaled skin, and some of them the scales have been blasted apart, and you see the muscle and sinew underneath is just blackened from again like electrical burns. Um, there's a few of them like their faces have been smashed, so like their jagged teeth are just hanging out on the ground. So,
So these people were definitely attacked.
well, there was definitely a fight.
Well, there's children. They were attacked.
Let's keep moving and see if we can find somebody alive. And
Ask them what the fuck is going on.
I didn't pick up your words.
He didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, find out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. We definitely need a little bit of what the fuckins.
Okay, so there are more of these all over, and like there's some behind them. There are buildings. Like I said, there's some that are small storefronts, some that are like you can see it's a bar. There are bigger ones in the back that are very nice, almost 20, 30 feet tall, uh, built of like limestone and sandstone, carved intricately. Those look like very nice inns or very nice suites for businesses. There are storefronts all around you guys selling clothing, selling food, selling drink. There's no one alive. No one's moving. You don't see anything. You do still see occasionally outside the big dome areas when you look around. There are these metal constructs out there. They are either patching or walking around the outside of it.
Um, I'm gonna look for like a newspaper, something at one of the shops or on the ground or whatever.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. That's perception,
It'd be investigation.
investigation, 6.
6. There's litter everywhere, be it discarded clothing, things that have fallen off racks, things thrown through windows, uh, old food. There are pamphlets around that you pick one up, and what languages can you speak?
I hadn't picked one. So
You get,
obviously common.
you get common and one other.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just trying to think of what would be the most common in a port city.
In a port city, depending on what kind of people go through the port. So in that port city originally, it would have probably been Dwarvish.
So
But-
that's what I would speak.
okay. Luckily for you, it is in common. And this flyer has a very crudely and horribly drawn merfolk's face on it. And below it are bullet points. Uh, and it says, eats dogs and cats, steals jobs, hates freedoms, $1 million
Propaganda.
reward.
Propaganda.
Well, at least we know who they're affiliated with. Sounds just like what's our town called again? Renago. Those motherfuckers.
Are you searching anything?
I'd kind of like to get a feel for the city to see if there was somewhere like we could like a centralized place that maybe held, I don't know, an important city center or somewhere where people could congregate or
Well, from where you guys are now, it looks here like a more of a shopping storefront area. And like I said, you do see some nicer buildings a few blocks in to the city area. Hello, Gwen. Um, but you wouldn't be able to actually, because you guys are pretty much on the ground level, so you can't see over the buildings from where you are. Um, so you wouldn't actually be able to tell much other than, like I said, you are in what appears to be the shopping district. What? What?
Maybe we
um
find some clothes.
yeah, we could ditch our disguise and try to put on standard stuff. I don't know.
Aw.
Um
Yeah, let's look for some clothes.
Okay, roll investigation.
10.
10. Oh yeah, you're able to find some stuff. Just on one of the storefronts. It just looks like standard overclothing that people would wear. Nothing fancy. It would easily go over your chainmail armor and hide it.
Alright.
I'll do the same thing. I rolled a nat 20 on mine.
Okay. I'm sending you something here. Man, I'm trying to think of a word here.
What?
I'm sending him a message for what he finds. I'm trying to think of the proper word for this. Okay, sent you a message. So you go to search through around the corner of this like counter of the shop area, and you find some clothes and stuff, but you also find that.
All right. So yeah, I'll
You can hand me my
dissolve
trident
my
back.
disguise and yeah, like all right, this is a good idea. I'll toss your trident, put on my leather. Well, I guess I have my leather armor, but I'll put on whatever overcoat and whatnot. Um, I'll hold up a health pot. You may or may not have seen me get. Be like, how you feeling right now? I feel like shit, and I'd kind of like to drink all this, but if you need some of it,
I'm okay. I'm
okay.
okay. I'm
I'm
just
gonna drink this.
downstairs.
I'm gonna drink this health pot right now.
Enjoy. Cheers.
Thanks. And I I talked to the Merfolk guy, and he said
Oh, you
that
found a merfolk guy?
Huh?
as I was walking up, there was one that was not quite dead yet. He said that they're in the government area.
I couldn't think of the proper word for government area people, so we
Yeah,
just went with the generic term.
sounds great. So,
What would you call the district where the government is like centralized? Because there's a shopping
The
district, a
Capitol?
housing district.
Capitol building?
No, not a building, a district. Like,
Capitol district?
okay, cool, let's go with that then. I couldn't think of a fucking word.
um, but obviously the Merfolk have reason to fight, and we could use some help fighting. We know that propaganda exists. They're trying to fucking make these guys look like the enemies, so we need them on our side, I imagine. So I say we go towards this capital district and see what kind of friends we can make.
Sounds good.
What's a health pot? 2d4?
Yeah.
3 and 1 for 4 fucking damage. Or healing.
No, not damage. It's not a poison
Yeah,
pot.
thank God. So yeah, is any kind of like tourist map, you are here designations anywhere? Give us a clue where to go.
No, but again, you do see like behind these buildings, off in the distance, there is large, very nice looking buildings. So you could, make the assumption that that's the
Any
area.
grotesque statues?
No, you don't see any statues that rise above the buildings.
Any what's the word I'm looking for? Not a pillar, but
A giant penis?
yeah,
Obelisk.
obelisks. Yes.
We all
Nothing
know.
like
We all
that.
know what that memorial really is. Come on. But no, no. Like I said, you see rather well off to do nicer buildings further in through the city.
I'd say your central city part is
Yeah.
probably where we're gonna head.
Yeah, let's head that way. Let's hopefully we run into good people.
All right. So as you guys start to make your way towards one of the alley street type things in there, you guys hear a noise, and it sounds like gears turning. And then you hear this big thud, and the ground shakes. I don't have an actual mini for this, so you guys are just going to have to deal with this. But one of those large constructs lands down right behind you guys. And as it lands, it big old hand swipes out at both of you. Roll a dexterity save.
13 plus 3, so 16.
Okay, he misses you,
15.
and he misses you. But I want you guys to roll initiative.
That's not good.
So 9 plus 3,
Dirty 20.
12.
Quinn, please stop. I know, I love you too. What'd you have?
12.
12. All right. I grab it real quick.
Oh man. It's gonna be a really ugly fight. I gave away all my bardic inspiration to a bunch of dead prisoners.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, as this thing is standing here and is kind of touch, you guys do notice that it has been damaged. There are pieces of like what the outer metal has been removed, and you can see wires and gears and stuff inside of it. All right, it gets to go first. It is going to take one step forward and swing at you since you are closest. But since as it was, I'll have it do disadvantage. 17.
That hits.
All right. So it will hit you for 11 points of damage as it smashes you with its big iron hand. And
So
it actually,
11?
yeah, 11. It actually slams you over here into this, like, side of this wall.
Ouch.
Gwen, hi, please stop.
That fucking hurt.
How you looking, Bear?
All right, it is your turn,
Badly.
guys.
Um, So yeah, Rufin's not feeling very confident, and he just saw his new friend get beat the fuck up. I don't, I don't think we should fight this thing. I think we should fucking run for our asses off. So I guess Rufin will approach Bear, help him up, and then move as far, hopefully with Bear, as he can.
All right. So you get to go through there, but he will get an attack of opportunity on you,
On me or on him?
on both of you, if he's leading you away, because you both will be right next to him and then breaking. So, 12.
Misses.
For both of us, misses.
All right. So yeah, you're able to slip through, get him up, and be like, let's go. And as you're trying to move, you feel the wind behind you back as it tries to swat at you. You guys make your way into a narrow alleyway. It's too narrow for this thing to follow you, so it's at the end of it now.
I'm gonna use my second wind.
Where the fuck did that thing come from? We got to keep moving. I don't know. Maybe there's radar or something, whatever that is.
On our escape and with the adrenaline rush, I'm gonna use second wind, which means I can roll a 1d10 once per short or long rest to regain hit points. And that is 9. So I'm up to 13. Mark that I used that. Alright, let's just keep running. We'll have to keep our eyes open for more of these constructs.
Yeah. This may become a flee for our lives situation.
At least until we have the upper hand. So we'll just continue.
All right. So as you guys make your way through the alleys, uh, trying to be quiet and stuff, you make it to the center of this government area. And yes, standing before you is a 25-foot tall building. It is made out of carved marble, sandstone with gold leafing all around it.
Is
It
it
has
24 karat gold or is it?
It
you
just
could
that-
value it
that
yourself, but it has
fake-
two
fake
very
gold
large doors in front of it that are also carved out of gold. The stairs are marble with red carpet. Hanging from the sides of it are merfolk hung by their neck.
This motherfucker. Well, the merfolk said they were inside. I guess we try to get into this thing or see if they got in somehow. Does it look like if there's any damage or any signs of ingress?
Nope. From the outside, it seems like this building's pretty much untouched.
What about holes that would allow one to get to the water on the
No.
outside?
No. At this point, you guys are not dead center of the dome, but you're close to the center of the dome, so the dome is extremely high above you at this point.
We still don't even know the whole story of what's going on here.
I'm not getting all your words there.
Oh, I said we still don't know the whole story of what's going on here.
No, but I don't know that I want to side with somebody that hangs people from their fucking buildings. So still
No.
leaning towards the merfolk. We just gotta, if they say they're inside, we gotta find a way inside. Hopefully, they use something we can also use, not some underground thing. Let's get away from the main gate too, in case somebody other than Merfolk still watching. Maybe we can skulk around, try to avoid detection.
Well, there's not a gate so much as there's just the front doors. There's stairs leading up to the front door. That's where you guys are just kind of standing at it.
I'm gonna knock.
Sure.
Right? You knock on it, no response.
I'll wiggle the door handle, see if it'll open.
They come right open.
I'm gonna I'll come in. Friend, not foe.
So you walk into this large entryway lobby. There is a golden staircase that leads up all the way to the top floor. You can see from there. All around you are pools of black blood and bodies of merfolk, along with human, dwarven security guards, and a few of those metal constructs that have been destroyed. And as you guys are standing there, you see that there are boxes all around, there are crates, there are rooms all over this tower. And as the doors kind of close behind you, this tower is lit up with that same weird blue crystal-y stuff that's all over. That's where we're going to end this one shot for today, guys.
It's a weird place to end it.
Yeah, well, you guys have just entered the tower, and this tower is huge.
Not so much a one shot, guys.
No, it's going to be a multiple playthrough, so this is one we will have to come back to at some point. So make sure you got your notes, boys and girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool.
And for those of you wondering, yes, this is somewhat inspired by Bioshock, somewhat inspired by real life, and somewhat inspired by the dreams of a madman. So, but yes, there's a lot more to this, but I would see that it's going to take at least another 4 hours for you guys to get through it.
Mm.
Because the tower is actually pretty huge and a lot to go through and decisions to be made. So we will pick this one shot back up at some point. When we do come back after our 2 weeks, though, we will be back with Tercel and Sarah and Doggo
Mhm.
as they will be making their way through the desert towards the mountain. Like I said, the reason we were messing around with this one shot today is because I didn't want them to be through that progress. Then we take 2 weeks off and people forget. As we're this year, it's a one shot. I have it all written down, so I know where you guys are. We can pick this one up whenever. I'm happy none of your characters died because I kind
Got a
of.
little airy there.
Oh, I was super
That
close.
fucking contract
I
pulled
had
over
four
like,
health.
we are not fighting this thing. If it hits for 12 damage, I'm dead in a
Yeah, I
shot.
had
Like,
4 health left.
yeah, I had 7 before I took that health pot.
That was the proper course of action for it. I was hoping it would run because I was trying
Yeah,
to get you guys to move as fast as possible
yeah.
towards the city.
Yeah, I had 4 health left.
If you guys had stayed, yeah, both of you would have died because
I'm a bard with no instrument, with no rapier, with no bardic inspiration, and only 2 spell slots. Like it's like this is not. I built this character for espionage, not for combat.
well, it's all right. So yes, so we will be back in D&D land in 2 weeks. Everyone enjoy the beginning of fall. Be safe out there. I will go see if there's anyone on to raid real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll say our goodbyes. So give me a moment.
And as I always say, if you see something, say something. That's what we can do. At the very least, anyways.
So it seems like this is a weird Sunday and no one is actually streaming right now. Like any of the normal suspects are not online. So we're just going to go ahead and call it. Again, if you can, make sure you donate to Extra Life. And I will be back on Tuesday. We are going to check out Dying Light, The Beast, before we jump into Borderlands, the pre-sequel. So that's what I'll be doing. And we will keep you up to date on when these two decide to get back into or start streaming. So we'll keep you in touch. So, but in the meantime, be safe out there. Stay hydrated. Even though it's fall, it can still get humid. It can still get hot. We can definitely have a lot of storms. So be safe out there and be safe because the world sucks anyways. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us on this Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the beginning of this, what was supposed to be a one shot, but it got into a very detailed multi-clip because I can't write a 20-minute one shot. Why would I? I have too many ideas. So, anyways, be safe, everybody. We love you. Take care. We will see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.